Hey beautiful tribe. Today I'm reflecting on a video I watched yesterday by a guy called Isaac Marion, who'd been off-grid for 5 years but decided to come back. Hadn't made a decision where yet, but he'd had enough of off-grid living. And when you listen to his testimony, it sounds a bit like he had a hard time building the place he was going to live. He reconnected with who he was, which was a good thing. But then he found it pretty boring. So getting up every day to this beautiful landscape, because he moved to the mountains in the States, and lovely scenery, he got really connected with nature and all the wildlife around him and the rhythm of the seasons and everything. But after 5 years, he became bored. What he was craving was connection with others, his hobbies like playing in a band, and he just missed the good old pub, being in the pub. So he started to move back, which got me thinking, what is the ideal place to live for you? You know, we live in a clown world now where sometimes you just feel like, I want to get out, I want to get off this train. But no, in all seriousness, where would you live? And you know, I don't know if you know a guy called Ben Fogle, whose TV series is all about going to remote places where people are truly living off grid or in just alternative lifestyles. So they have, they have electricity and connectivity to the net. And this guy on YouTube was also saying he found himself cataloguing his life, diarising his life, but he was spending more time online than he was offline. And he joined a whole plethora of people cataloguing their off-grid lifestyles. So, but in his honest review, he was saying that this could be the end of my channel because I might just rejoin society. And on the other hand, he might choose to do something that's a little bit hybrid. So what is it for you? What lifestyle would you dream of creating if you could? Is it on the fringes of a town or a village where you can just walk in, have a nice coffee, or go and see a live band, or do something that lights you up, belong to groups and things? Or is it truly remote? Or is it getting one of those digital nomad visas and traveling? What lifestyle choices can you make that would support that? One of my dear friends, Dora, she's done that. She's moved from Budapest to Thailand, and her job is truly remote. So fair play. If you can do it, reduce your outgoings, go and live somewhere warm and beautiful, why wouldn't you do it? And credit to one of my subs, Tom Wilkinson. Wow man, what you did in Wales, credit to you. Amazing idea to try and take over a derelict property that was previously, in his heyday, an amazing hotel, but the landowner, or the owner, had allowed it to dilapidate to a point where just that one more season would have ruined the entire roof structure, with people coming up to steal the lead as well. Would have made it a completely unusable place. But credit to you, Tom, you turned it around into a really habitable space, and you made it a really lovely space. And if it weren't for just the fact you have such a big following on your socials, just attracted all the wrong types of people in, didn't it? The police came, and well, had you been off the radar a little bit more, I think you might have succeeded. I don't know all the ins and outs, Tom, but that idea, when you did it and you laid your claim to it, I was thinking, what an amazing idea. Imagine being able to raise a bit of money to renovate places like this, do them a bit quicker, and so that you could then create a little mini community. It wouldn't have to be a big one. And talking of communities, is that something that you would want to create as well? Part of me says they could be just as toxic as the communities back in mainstream life. It only takes one or two bad apples to really spoil a vision for a place and a community. So what are your thoughts on living off grid? Would you do it? Would you want a hybrid? Or would you be quite happy just being completely remote? These are thoughts I've been toying with for some time. I moved house just as soon as COVID hit. I could see the economic crash coming, and we quickly downsized and moved to a village just outside Bristol, which is really ticking all my boxes because it's quiet, it's country. I get out in nature every single day, and I've already joined the WhatsApp group for the village. There's about 70-80 people in there, 200 dwellings, and we all get on, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. I didn't plan it that way, but the parishioners and the church folk and the pub folk, they're lovely people, and as long as you just turn up and be nice and make an effort, they allow you in. And so the village I belong to is a really supportive place where I even pitched in for a community garden, and they were supporting it. So I managed to get approval for 5k's worth of spend on a community garden project. So just need a little plot now. I need someone to say, okay, there's half an acre, and we could get that done. So does it have to be extreme? Does it have to be completely off grid like this chap on YouTube? I'll link his video down below so you can watch it yourself, and I'd love your thoughts. So if this kind of content is of interest to you, please hit subscribe, please share it, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.